Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of It Starts With You. I'm the host, Anna Yoo, here with Harmony Krieger. Harmony is a dating coach who has her own program and app called Lox Club. We were interested in learning more about the journey that brought her here. Let's get started. Harmony, can you introduce yourself a little bit?
Sure. I'm Harmony Krieger, but I just go by my first name. I am a dating coach and matchmaker for Lox Club, which is a dating app. And I also have my own coaching business as well. So I'm a New Yorker living in California for 20 years, love the sunshine and all the things that LA is. And I'm very passionate about connecting people and helping them find love, but also breaking through their own barriers of what's keeping them stuck in dating and really helping them gain more confidence and also just having more fun.
So you're from New York, right?
Yes.
How was your experience as a New Yorker living in LA?
What made me move?
Yeah, exactly.
I moved 20 years ago and I never looked back. I literally packed 2 suitcases and I planned to go back and that was it. I saw the sun, felt the ocean, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm never going home. No, but I love New York. I would say like my values and just who I am is very New York. So when I go back to New York, I'm very New York.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So how did you start off as like a dating coach?
You know what's so interesting? I don't think I told you this when we talked, but I have done probably 20 dating reality shows that I personally have been on.
Oh, wow.
Like as a contestant. So I started when I was 21 on a show, and then full circle 2 years ago I was on a Netflix show called Jewish Matchmaking.
Okay.
And because of that show I discovered my niche because I always loved helping people. I just wasn't that great at my own. But I'm very intuitive. So for me, I could see people's limitations a mile away, and I just love helping people just say whatever I'm feeling. Like I don't sugarcoat it. And I think people really appreciate that. That's the New York approach though. You know, there's no like BS. But from the show of me trying to get matched, which didn't happen.
Yeah.
I got so many comments about women just saying, thank you so much for sharing your story. You know, this is all of us, no matter what age, this is what's happening in dating. And I said, oh my God, this is like my calling. How could I be on 20 reality shows and not be helping people find love? Because I've been through it all. So it's your experience that really gives you the credibility to really do what you're doing. I believe that.
I agree with that, actually.
Yeah.
So do you have any like real life stories that you can share with us?
I mean, I definitely have some funny ones. I would say, you know, in this era of my dating, because I've done a lot of dating. I've also had very serious boyfriends. You're attracting in, and what is right for you? Like, what are you really aligned to? So in between each relationship, though, I dated a ton. And I have a lot of fun with it. And I think in this era, what I was saying before is I coach so many people that are not enjoying the process. And I think you really need to enjoy the process. If you're just going on another date, you're like, oh my God, I have to go for a drink. I'm already thinking about going home. You're really not present. And I think being present on these dates is everything. So right now, back to the stories, like I try to be present and get something positive, even if it's not a match, get something positive out of each date. So I enjoy myself. So a fun like story, I went back to New York and I dated a few people, and I just said, maybe it's because I'm not living there right now, but I'm like, I'm just gonna like mess with them and like have a good time. Like I no matter what, I'm gonna have fun. But there is this funny story that well, number one, I did show up to a date and this guy was like 10 years older than his photos. And you know, you have a choice. You can even like call them out and be like, thank you so much, and I'm gonna leave now. Or you can really get curious about who this person is, and maybe they're just like, you know, not hiding their age, but they know that maybe a picture from the past is going to get a girl out on a date. Do I condone it? No. But I really start to ask questions and I just say, okay, this is an experience. But this guy had, I'm not joking, like 2 other lives. Like he was married with like 4 kids. Didn't tell me. Like literally nothing. That's why I do say, so here's the caveat. Sometimes you want to have a conversation before, but sometimes you're just like, fuck it, I just want to go on the date, you know? Yeah. So I'm in both camps. Yeah. I'm always right. I'm like, let me get on the phone, and I didn't. I mean, so not attracted to him, that's fine. But he just like lied about all the things. And like, he's got like these 4 kids and 2 live with like another baby mama. And like, I'm just like, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use this as an experience just to like have for my own dating coaching. You know what I mean? So I stayed. And also we had like a lovely time. He's a fine guy. He's just not confident, you know.
Just wanted to get laid or something.
I think he did. Yeah. I mean, like at the end of the day, I think men also feel just as insecure because they're feeling like we don't even know what to do. Yeah. To make it right. Like, do we touch them on the date? How do we show up? Because they've been told that, oh my God, you can't do this. And if you touch them on the arm, it's going to be like too much. No, it's like we've lost all sense of just human interaction because of our phones and like what we're told to do. So what I really try to do is like bring it back to, like, what is your heart telling you to do? Like, just like be respectful, but also like if you are feeling like you want to kiss somebody, like go do it. Like, why not? You can ask, be like, but when you say like, oh, can I kiss you? It's like, it takes all the romance out of it. Yeah. So I'm saying if you're feeling a vibe on both ends, you're not just going to go like make a move.
So there was this one experience, like the story that you told me kind of like reminded me of it.
I have another funny one for you too.
So I was on a date with this guy, and like it was just kind of like I was kind of attracted to him, but at the same time, like he seemed kind of shady. Okay. You know? And then so I told him like, why don't we just start off as friends? You know? Which is normal, right? And then he was like, no, but I'm different, you know? Yeah. And then I was like, okay, like
how?
I know, right? Like how?
How are you different?
Yeah. And then he started like asking me to go on dates with him even more and stuff like that. Yeah. And then I just was getting kind of like a weird vibe from that because I mean, I just told him that like, okay, I'll know that you're different if I get like a ring on my finger, then you're different.
Oh, look at you. But, like, straight to the diamond.
I mean, yeah, because like there's no difference from any other guy, right?
And what did he say?
It was just kind of like our 2nd or 3rd month, you know, when I said that. Right. But like he started asking me to like clean his house.
What?
I know. And so like I was just kind
clean
of
his house?
Yeah.
Oh my God, like a maid? Are you kidding me?
And so that's when I was kind of like...
You're not different.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just like...
that's insane. He can get a cleaning lady for that.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And so I was just like...
Oh my God.
Yeah, sure, like I'm Asian, but like it's just... It feels weird, you know? Like if you like get upset at me for not cleaning your house.
That's so odd. Well, then you can honestly get a service instead of having a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and listen, there are those like old traditions and values that a lot of men, it's twofold, right? Because you do want someone with traditional values in the sense of they're going to court you, they're going to take you out and do all the things and open the door and pay for the bill, and obviously, but then like the other side of that is how traditional are they? Because if they're asking you to do domesticated things and you're not even in that scenario where you're living together or anything, like, no, I will say, I think most modern men do not expect that. I will say that there are the exceptions and the anomalies, but the thing I would say to you is if you have a gut feeling or an intuition,
so the first month when I was with that guy, he was talking about another girl. And that gave me a weird feeling.
Did he cut it off with her though when he started dating you?
Well, how I found out about that girl is because she was looking for a parking spot at his place.
Oh my God, what?
And we were both in the bathtub naked. And then his phone
this
rang.
Is crazy.
And his phone rang, and then like it had her number or something, and she was kind of like looking for the parking spot.
Wait, this is too good. Your story is even better than mine. I'm like, wait, what?
I know, and I was just like, wait, but why does she need to like come over to your place to get your guest spot? You know, like I just don't understand.
No. There's something going on.
Exactly.
There's something going on. So what did he do?
And so he got out of the bathtub and gave her the spot.
What?
Gave her the.
But why did she have a spot? Where was she going?
I have no idea.
Oh my God, that's okay. I would have.
I don't know.
I would have.
And that was the first month.
Yeah, I would have broke up with him right there. I would have ended it right there. I mean, that's ridiculous. Like, so I would just say, like, you know, these first signs. Obviously, it's not, like if you get deeper and closer, things are going to change or not. I mean, that's going to be up to him. But the thing is, when you have a gut feeling, I'll just say, because I know when I coach so many women and men, they have a feeling when they walk inside. It doesn't mean that feeling is right, but it's paying attention and observing what that feeling is, because usually there is a sense of why it's coming up, but it's your job to explore that. It's like explore it on each date. Like, okay, fine. Am I feeling safer with him? Am I feeling like I'm the only girl? And if not, either you're asking and you're being very clear. One thing I did, what I really encourage now, because I think people are a little less vocal and a little scared that if they say something, right, they're going to move on to the next person, which could be true. But if that happens, that person is not your person, because your person cannot be taken away from you. It's just facts. Like whoever is going to be yours is going to fight for you and stay and be there and be consistent. Because and like the effort, no matter what it is, I don't care if literally it's the smallest thing, but if the effort is consistent, they are into you, as you know. So I would say the quicker you can say your truth and what you're looking for, and I don't mean it like this is what I'm looking for. It's enjoying yourself and then letting them know, you know, I'm having a really what you go on a date. I tell my female clients this, because guys don't know if you're having a good time, right? They just don't really ask. Some do. But what if you went to the bathroom halfway through and you look in the mirror and you say to yourself, like, you ask, am I having a good time on this date? And if you are, and if you're not, fine, you can end the date like within the next 30 minutes, an hour. But if you're having a good time, you should be going out to the table, wherever you are, and letting them know that. Be like, you know what? I'm having a really good time with you. I promise the second half of the date, once you say that, is going to be that much better, because it allows them to relax and know how you're feeling, because they have no idea. I can't tell you how many people leave dates too, and both parties are like, I have no idea if we're going out again. I don't know. I mean, some guys will make it known, but the ones where you're in the gray area, they're like, I don't know how you felt. I don't know how she felt. So
I mean, like,
just say it.
I actually felt like I couldn't really feel safe in the relationship, because like he would always go to like conferences with like a lot of women, and he would tell me to my face, right, that he could take me, but he's not taking me there.
That's crazy.
And
is this the same guy?
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
And I was just kind of like, okay, so you have the option of taking me there to a women's conference, but
that's shady. And also, I will say, I had a couple crazy Vegas conferences where a lot goes on. And I'll say, I did meet somebody there. It was like, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago. There were 2 instances, but he was from Argentina, and I met him like not on an app, like I was at the bar, and he was at the bar, because there was it was a medical device sales conference or something, and you're like, oh, they're all like well-to-do. He would not leave me alone in a good, like, he was very cute, so I was attracted to him, but he would not, and I'm like, okay, so I remember I was just like, nah, whatever, we like made out at the public, but again, married with a newborn baby, and I'm like,
That's
okay,
so
had I
crazy.
known though, I would
That's so
absolutely
crazy.
not even
I
engage.
know.
But I'm telling you, for some reason, it's not all men. I'm just saying some men,
Yeah.
when they don't want to bring you, like the conference is their way to kind of play.
Yeah.
So this is, again, this just goes back to putting out exactly the type of relationship that you are looking for, that you want to have. I don't want to be cleaning your house. And also, you know, after 3 months or 4 months, if we're really aligned, like I'd love to really get serious. So whatever that is for you, by the way, every single person is different. Everybody wants something different. If I'm like, ooh, this could be something, I tell them right up front, like, this is where I'm at. I'm really looking for something.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's like, what if they're not there yet? And then 6 months go by and 8 months go by and it's the same story.
Yeah.
And you're back in the same place. And then you're like, wait, I knew this in the beginning.
Yeah.
You save all that time.
Yeah.
So I would say, write down at least 10 things that you're looking for in a relationship, not what they have to be, what you want to feel. It's very different. So people are like, oh, I want someone tall and successful. Fine, that's all great. But number one, it's about you also being that. You have to become your list. And any expert, any relationship expert will tell you this. Matthew Hussey, who's my favorite, he always says that. He's the best. He's the best.
He's cute too.
And he just got married. See now, so here's the example. He's a relationship coach who was single for probably like 15 years. And I know he talks about he had relationships, whatever. But now he got married. But it took him to find this right person. And yet he's experienced it all. So this is where I'm coming from. I'm like, I've experienced pretty much every scenario that there is. And if I could think of some really crazy stories, I would, but probably not for this podcast. It's like one size doesn't fit all. But what he says, what I love, you don't want to swim in the big pool of like all the options, right? Everyone feels like they can have something better. Something new is around the corner, shiny and new. You only want to swim in the pool that is for you. There could be 5 people in that pool and there's 500 like out there, right? Those 5 are the ones that are aligned for you. Whereas the other 455 are not. So why wouldn't you get dead serious about what you're looking for? So he says, throw that list out the door of what they have to be. Write down the way you want to feel. You just said safe. Safety is one of the number one things for a woman to feel. Now, that could come in all different realms. Does your nervous system feel safe? Do they make you kind of like feel heard and seen? That's a safety feeling. So that's also different for everyone based on trauma, you know, PTSD from old relationships, parents, the upbringing. So it's really writing down, how do I want to feel with this person? It's such a different list. Think about like how you want to feel versus what you think they need to have. And then you become this list. So for instance, I was dating someone for a year and a half and I thought I was going to marry him. However, one thing I realized that's so important for me, and I keep saying this fun factor, is feeling light and playful, because that's actually who I am. But I didn't feel that with him, and I started to feel that I was changing who I was. It was a little boring. And it was like, I thought, we could be good friends, like the grocery store, great. But when it comes to like fiery and like that spark when you go out and you just want to feel something, that wasn't there.
I agree with you.
Right? And I'm like, I couldn't wake up every morning. And by the way, I lived with him, but I couldn't wake up every morning being like, this is what my life is going to be for the rest of my life. I didn't wait this long. And so I had to we both felt it. He wanted someone a little more boring, I swear, like structured. And I wanted someone more playful and fun. And I realized that the adoring factor, like the light and like the up for anything is so important to me, but I didn't realize it until I got out of that. So what did I write down? Like, I want someone who's spontaneous, but also structured in like business and work. But the other side of them is like fun. Like will stay up with me some nights and like talk till 2 a.m. And other nights they can go to bed at 9 o'clock. But I needed the balance, and it just wasn't there.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that, because like some nights even for that guy, like he would be so stressed out that like he would take his stress out
on you.
me.
Yeah.
So like it would just be like,
and everybody gets stressed out. We know that, right? Like it's gonna come out. The only way you get tested is in your romantic relationships. Like it's where everything comes out. So of course the stress is going to come out on you because you're probably at the time the closest thing to him. That doesn't make it right. It just means he's like, oh, I can just like do that because she's here and she's close. But no, you want to feel that they're sharing without putting it on you. So I would even write down something like, you know, I want to be there for someone like they are for me, and we are a team, and we come up with solutions together.
I mean, I think it's funny because like he would say that to me, that he wanted to like build a team, you know, like,
but he wasn't actions.
Exactly. And like for me, like I thought that was so odd, because if we weren't arguing every day, and if he like at least held back his temper a little bit, then like it would have worked. You know? And like even
did he work on it? Did he go to therapy or do anything?
No. And like he told me that he wasn't sure if he wanted kids or ever wanted kids, but like to other people, like he would be telling them that he wants kids.
Like to other, I'm saying he's telling friends and family, or he's telling other I'm just saying, like, but that's so crazy. So I will say, like, so there's three things that need to be aligned. It's your vision, it's your values, and it's your lifestyle. And your lifestyle is just important as the vision and the values. Esther Perel always says this, who I'm like, you know, she's like the godmother of relationships. But your vision is how kids, you know, how you see, like the things that you see in your life together. Do you want to get married? Do you want to have kids? Where do you want to live? Your values are the things you grew up with, that you're truly like, okay, I value someone that's compassionate and empathetic, and someone that works hard and, you know, is ambitious. So those are your values. And then your lifestyle is the way you live, which is what I just said. You know, it's not like, I mean, that could be a thing. It's not really, I go to bed at 1 a.m. and you go to bed at 8 and we can't get there. No, if you're okay with compromising and like you don't mind, great. But your lifestyle is more, how are we going to live? How are we going to do life together? So if that is misaligned, the kids is a big, I will tell you, I know so many couples, like you have to have that conversation in the beginning. You have to be on the same page. And of course they could change their mind, but if they're not open or they're saying one thing and then saying another, that to me, that's the biggest red flag, because usually what they say at first is the way they feel.
I mean, like, because like he told me he just wasn't sure about it,
which is okay.
But
he has to be open to it.
Exactly.
If you want kids and he's not sure, that's if he's like, I'm open to it.
He doesn't understand the reasoning behind it. You know.
But this isn't your guy.
I know.
There's too many things. There's so many things. Because the temper and that other stuff, think about that's coming out now. What's going to happen when the hard stuff hits in a year from now, when you're actually in a relationship and you have real issues, like real issues, like if there's a death in the family, you know, money, financial stuff, you know, gender roles, like what does that look like? And so that to me is a bigger red flag, and the kids is like the biggest thing. Because if you want them and he's like not understanding why or what, he may never get there, and then you just waste like a whole year.
And like I think like in the beginning, like in the very beginning, like I kind of felt that a little bit. Like I felt, because like, especially because like he was pressuring me to be in a relationship with him.
Right. So you're like, he'll give me all the things.
So like I just felt even more skeptical to actually be in a relationship.
And I would just say, listen, like you got to take a chance. And you really, and I always say this, like, you don't know what you don't know. The only way to truly know is to step into something and see. But it's almost like giving yourself permission that if this isn't working out, that I'm going to step away. And the deeper you get, the harder it is. The longer it goes on, the harder it is, because we want to believe it will change, and they're not going to change. But if you have to accept who they are, and that's your decision. If that's enough, amazing. But if it's not, and you want to change something, and I don't mean like working on like a stress issue because that's different, but if you want to fundamentally change something, like you think very differently and it's causing issues, you have to say, it's not my job to do that. It's never going to happen. But what about myself? Do I not feel fulfilled with inside? So every relationship is a mirror. If you hold up this mirror, you're kind of like, what is it showing me? It's really miraculous. Like because it does reflect back to you. Think about it like this. It reflects back to you where you are. And for you, it's like, what will you tolerate and what you're actually wanting in a partner. And then you have to say to yourself, if I'm attracting this, what about my aura am I giving off? Because I know for me, and I'm giving you this example because I said, I'm always attracting this similar guy. Meaning it's almost where I know if I go in 70%, if I don't go in 100, I could step out because I won't be as hurt, if that makes sense. So it's almost like I'm finding the ones where I don't have to go all in because what is that reflecting back to me? I'm also, even as a dating coach, right? The reason, again, I teach and I coach is because I'm also, we all have this, a little bit scared to go all in.
Yeah.
It's the intimacy. So intimacy is into me, you see. Oh. If you see all the parts, you may not like all the parts. So I'm just going to show you 70%. But then what is that doing for me? That means that I am not fully committing. So by me being wishy-washy, think about it, I'm hurting myself. I'm hurting them, but I'm hurting myself. We all have a version.
I used to tell my partner, like, some of the things, like, I found vulnerable in me, but, like, during our arguments, he would use those things
against you. Well, that's manipulative. But that's a little manipulative and narcissistic. So, like, I would just say, that's also a big red flag. Because when they use it against you, what do you think you're going to do? Shut down.
Yeah.
You're not going to be vulnerable because he took that away from you. Like, you share something, it's happened to all of us, by the way. You share something vulnerable, then you get into an argument, and the guy that is emotionally not mature is going to use that against you. The mature one will never use that against you. Will hear you and will literally like, oh, how can I help? How can I help her in this scenario? And also, what is the way through? What is the way through? That takes a certain level of emotionality, like just in general. So it's also being aware of that, because if that happens, that's the way they're going to operate in every argument. I always say, you do not know your relationship until you have a conflict. You do not know, because you have to see how they handle conflicts. Like, I already know, like, I think we talked a little bit about attachment. I'm very anxious attachment. However, in every anxious, there's some avoidant. In every single, and in avoidant, there's some anxious. But yes, you are one, but you're not just one. You know, I also have some disorganized attachment. So I could be both. But if you come at me like that, I might just shut down and avoid. So that's like that. It's like you have to see how someone handles conflict. And you brought up a good point, because when I was with my ex, I do not think we handled conflict well at all.
Yeah.
But if I'm anxious and you're avoidant,
yeah,
which is most relationships, by the way,
yeah,
the biggest match is that you're going to go like this.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to find the way through. It doesn't mean it can't work, but you have to say to someone, listen, I get really anxious when this happens, and I just want you to know what's coming up for me. And you share. What I really would love for you to do is, when this happens, just know I might need a minute, but I love if you can, you know, if you need to leave for a minute and walk out, please let me know. And just say, I just need 5 minutes, or I need to take a walk, instead of like walking out the door and slamming the door. You know, I'm just giving an example. So there's ways through the communication, but you really have to see how you handle conflict, because you have to be aligned with how you handle it. And I always felt like he can leave at any time. Like, that's another thing. Like the abandonment feeling, which we have. I felt at any argument, he will just walk out the door and never come back. Now, I planted that in my mind, but to be true, like, he could just leave. The way I want to feel is, no one's going to leave.
Yeah.
We're like, if he leaves,
Yeah.
I know he's just taking a walk and coming back, and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's a tall order sometimes,
Yeah.
but that's the secure part, right? So they're back to the thing about the list. It's like you really want to become all the things you're seeking, because we tend to like find people where there's like a little bit of like a void within us, and we think they're gonna fill it.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I agree with you on that. Like, I think for myself, I thought I was trying to be like a safe space, you know, and I didn't really go out when I was dating this guy. And when we broke up, I went to all the parties.
Yeah, I love
did.
that. I love it.
Like I barely left the house. Like even while he was out, like doing his travel stuff. Like I was just like, okay, you do you know, like. But yeah.
Yeah, well, you got to live your life, and you got to do the things. And it's cool to also see the contrast, because when you do go out, but here's what I'll say, not to do the opposite, but to be mindful of when you go out, like use it as practice. Yeah. Like literally have conversations with guys where you're like saying the thing that you're looking for. In like a fun way. Like not like, oh yeah, I'm looking to get married and have kids. No, but you're being playful and fun, and you're flirting. It's like you're flirting, but it comes out. So they know you're serious. Yeah. You're not just messing around. Because think about it, you never go out, but then when you go out, they could be like, oh, this girl looks like a party girl. She's so cute and she's like dressed up. But like, that's what I mean by like the way you, and no, this is cliche, but I promise you, I see it every day. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So when your actions and your words do not align, which is the biggest thing in dating, your actions and your words have to align. But what's going to win? Your actions. Yeah. Because you can say all the things to me. You can tell me I'm beautiful and I'm amazing, but unless you take an action to like see me or put in some effort, those words mean absolutely nothing. So the more you're aligned and in integrity, I'll say in integrity with yourself, you will attract differently. You will attract from a different space. Yeah. But you have to really do what you say what you mean. That's like what my dad would say. Do what you say what you mean. You told me you were going to call me, but you didn't, because I was like avoiding a phone call with him. And then I do it the next day. I'm like, it's just in my own time. But the only thing you have, and you know this from personal development, I've done so many workshops, the only thing you have is your word. The point is just to be more of integrity, not regimented, but just say what you mean what you say. Yeah.
So, like, the thing is, like, I feel like you said, he seems to have a little bit of more narcissistic traits. It's, for me, I kind of felt like it was a little bit scary to, like, you know, speak back to him in a way, like, at certain times, you know, especially because he would say some, like, of my vulnerable things
back to you. Oh yeah. Well, he would use it against you, and that's it's so manipulative that why would you share anything else? Like I wouldn't, and you'd be scared because that's what they do. I mean, look, I had a best friend that was in a very narcissistic relationship, and she kept quiet a lot until the end, and then she wound up divorcing him, but it went on for a very long time. She knew that's what it was, but she kind of like kept to herself and kept quiet, knowing this until she could make a move to leave. So it's very dangerous. But I do say, like, you know, the qualities, the word has been used so much in our language today. I would just say, what do those qualities really mean for you? And if at any point, like, you do feel not safe, that is your out. Because your nervous system will tell you before anything. Like when you feel that pit in your stomach or you feel some sort of like visceral reaction in your body, that is your nervous system, like fight or flight, like pinging you, being like, Anna, like, I don't feel safe, get out. That is literally your signal, your body. As we know, your body keeps the score, but like that is your signal. And pay attention Pay attention, because the more that happens, the more up here you're like starting to like rationalize it. But that's all you need to do. And I think a lot of people are not really tapped into their body, and they should do more like somatic practices. And when you're dating, it's remembering that I'm amazing and my person is out there. And when I feel like it's not a match, I say that's okay, because I know they're around the corner. But I still am confident in who I am, and everything about me is unique, is beautiful, and alive. You know, and the other thing I would say is stop listening to so much content. I'm being honest. And as someone that does content, like we do, stop listening to so much of what you should be doing. No one should be doing anything. You should just be doing. Yeah. Just be. Actually, not even be doing. Just be. When you just be and you're not flooding your mind with what is right or wrong, again, you're tapping into your intuition. So a lot of that stuff I just mentioned, these somatic practices, and I would encourage like everyone to just literally chat GPT. I actually like to say I'm more of a dating guide than a coach. I don't love coach. I'm a guide. I'm here to guide what you already know. Like you said, you know, your intuition is going to tell you everything. Now, if you choose to listen to it, that's a different story. That you could come to me. And I would also offer, if you're feeling like you're not flowing with someone, that is like your cue to take a look and observe a little bit more. Because here's the thing, you want to feel at ease, and it actually should be easy.
If you enjoyed this episode, you can support our cause by going to buymeacoffee.com/Anna Yoo. That's YOO. More support means more episodes. The link is in the episode description. Also, don't forget to visit our Instagram page for exclusive behind-the-scenes content at It Starts With You. And remember, it starts with you.